Good evening. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means? That's right, it's Cooking with Michael. Tonight is Saturday night, as I said. It's date night, which means we're going to be having our date night with our loved one, our spouse, our significant other, whoever you're doing your date night with. Tonight was supposed to be a live episode. I was going to try the live streaming, and I realized that it takes 24 hours after you click on Go Live to activate your account. So I will not be doing a live version tonight, but that will be forthcoming. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, but if you subscribe to my page, subscribe to my channel, and like my videos, and allow yourself to get notifications of when I post things, you'll also get notifications of when I go live. I'm very excited about trying the live version of it, but unfortunately it's going to have to wait. I can't do that tonight. So tonight we're going to do our traditional way video, and tonight's going to be a pretty simple dish actually. The whole idea is, as we said, tasty food, good food, something that you can talk over and not spend all your time cooking. But I also was going to do something quick and easy because I was going to try live for the first time. But since I can't do that, I already got the ingredients, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Tonight is going to be mussels and garlic sauce, as well as clams and garlic sauce. Real simple, real easy, won't take very long to cook, about 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. So I'll do that video here in just a moment. When I come back from the break, you will see what I do, how I do it, and we'll make it quick, easy. No extras with it tonight, just clams and mussels and a buttery garlic sauce, and hope you enjoy it. And again, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. The more subscriptions I get, the more I can do this, and the more I look forward to doing it. So again, thank you, enjoy, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We're going to go ahead and begin to make the dinner. We're going to do something a little bit different this time since we couldn't go live. I'm going to do all in one shot. Unedited. It's always unscripted, but unedited and all one take. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way. Before we get started, as you know, before we do anything, we must have our Pinot Grigio. That's right. You can't cook without the wine. Now, for those of you who want to cook without wine, that's fine, but you can't cook without wine. So, I already poured myself a glass. I'm going to take a drink. Now I can get started. As you can see, there's already steam coming out of my pot. I used a big steamer pot, and I actually got the water boiling already. Why? Because, like I said, I wanted to do this all in one take without any editing, so I wanted to get out the longest part of it, which would be the water boiling. You take your steamer pot, fill it with about a halfway of water, and then turn it on to boil. When it gets to boiling, very simple. Get your minced garlic, okay? Again, as I said before last week, I'm trying to get Aldi to sponsor me, so I'm going to say, this is Aldi brand. I got it at Aldi. Take a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. Okay, it can be a little heaping teaspoon. That's okay. Lift it up, throw it in there. Okay, let it sit in there for a little bit. Let it boil in there for, about 30, 45 seconds or something like that, just to get that around in the water and get that water tasting a little bit like garlic. Again, not overpowering. That's why we're only using about a half a teaspoon of garlic in this water. We're going to make a sauce here shortly that's going to go over top of the mussels and the clams for the buttery part. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, since it's been about 30 seconds, I'm going to take the mussels. Mussels and clams take about 30 minutes to cook. I'm sorry, that's wrong. They take about 5 minutes to cook, 3 to 5 minutes to cook. See what happens when you don't do editing? Take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook. Don't do it for 30 minutes. It's going to be a very, very, very bad mussel at that point. So you take the bag of mussels, and I got this at my favorite fishmonger. You'll see more of the fish that we talk about in future episodes. I get them all from the same place. So take off the lid, and you just pretty much dump them in there. Okay? Now, they are closed, as all mussels when they're fresh are, and that's fine, because in about 3 to 5 minutes, they will open back up. Do the same thing with the clams, by the way. Yes, you can throw them all in the same time. So I just put them all in there. Let it come back to a boil. The best way to do that is put the lid back on and let it boil. They both take about the same amount of time, 3 to 5 minutes. The big thing with mussels and clams is you know they're done when they're open, okay? If you pull out a shell from a mussel or a clam and it is not open, and not just, flat out, straight up open, but it's sealed, that is one that has to be thrown away. Not every one of your clams and not every one of your mussels that you get from your fishmonger, your supermarket, your grocery store, wherever you get your stuff from, are going to open on cooking, okay? That's okay. It's nature. It's just not going to happen. They're not all going to open. That's why you get a fair amount in what you get. So a bag of mussels for me costs $2.99. It's about 2 pounds of mussels. A bag of clams, a little more expensive. A pound and a half is about $7. Still very fresh, but it takes into account some of them may not open. So I know when I put them in there, I'm watching the clock. I'm looking at about 3 minutes. At 3 minutes, I'm going to check to see if they're done. Okay, so I've got about a minute and a half left before I've got to check the first time. While I'm doing that, I'm going to take a stick of butter and put it in a measuring cup, and I'm going to stick it in the microwave, and I'm going to melt the butter. Okay, so I'll be right back into the screen. So while the butter is melting, okay, I'm going to take a dish, and I'm going to do, this is my half teaspoon measuring spoon. I'm going to put in 2 full teaspoons. So 1/2, because if you've watched before, you know I can never find any of the actual ones I want to use when I want to use them. So we're going to go with 4 halves, and I got myself 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Put that in the sink, okay? Let the butter cook. Now, it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to take off the lid, put a look, and they're not open yet. So we'll give it another minute or 2. Now, if you go 5 to 6 minutes, you're not going to overcook the mussels or clams. It's better to go a little air on the side of closer to 5 to 6 minutes if you feel like they're not all open than it is to not have them cooked all the way. That's okay. So, but if you go longer than that, if some idiot tells you to go 30 minutes for mussels, it's probably too long. So I'm going to check the butter, by the way, while this is checking out. Give me 1 second. I'll be back. And just like that, my stick of butter is melted. So I'm going to pour it right in the bowl here on top of the garlic. Okay? Grab a spoon, and all I'm going to do is just stir it. If you saw what I did with the garlic potatoes, very similar to them. I'm not putting lemon juice at this time. This is just butter and garlic. Okay? So I'm going to stir that up and put it aside. While I'm waiting 1 last minute, I'm going to take another glass of my wine. I'm going to take another sip of my wine. Maybe editing is probably a better way to go. As you can see, it is overboiling, so that's good. That means it's doing what it's supposed to do. And we are going to check one of the clams or one of the mussels, whichever one I get out first. And as you can see, they are open. So therefore, they are done. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause us real quick, and I'm going to drain it. I'm going to pour it into a strainer. So just give me 1 second. I'll be right back and pause it, and be right back. All right, the only reason why I paused it, by the way, just so you know, is it is really, really hard to dump the water into this without spilling it. And I thought me screaming and swearing if I spilled the water on my foot would not end well for a video. So, anyway, we put them into the strainer. We're going to reach over now and bring them back over. And you can see they are mostly open. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pour them into a large serving bowl. And the good thing about this is this is more of just a picking kind of dinner. This isn't a gourmet dinner. This isn't anything other than like an appetizer type dinner, but something that you can sit and pick and talk while you're picking and enjoy without having to worry about forks and knives and all that other stuff. So as you can see, it goes right into the bowl right there, and then real simple. And when I say we're almost done, we're almost done. So just stir up the garlic and butter again. Let it sit there for a second while I take another sip of my wine. If I take another glass of wine, I'd probably be slurring. But another sip of the wine. And then I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it over top. Okay? Just kind of drizzle it over top of the mussels and clams. Okay? And that is it. Like I said, this one was going to be very quick and easy. I was hoping to do it live, so it could be a quick one for live. But that's pretty much it. That's your dinner, your date night dinner. And what you do is basically you sit and you pick at them. I always like to put this on a table, have an extra bowl so you can put the shells in there, and you talk while you're picking at them. And sometimes you even fight over the last one. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like the video. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Next week, if all goes well, maybe we'll go live next week. And I will be doing something very special, near and dear to where I grew up. A dinner that's different than anything many of you have seen. So, but it's a fun dinner, and it's good for, again, date night, and it's good to kind of laugh and have some fun with as well. So thanks for watching the quick one tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you tried my recipe, and let me know how it goes. Make some comments, and again, subscribe to my channel, and have a great, great night. Enjoy your date night. Thanks so much for watching.